This is your daily encouragement. I'm Dr. Kevin Agarth. We're down at Marriage Partners Studio. Why don't you take a look around with us? Hi guys, I'm Dr. Kevin Agarth, and this is Marriage Partners Ministries. So today I want to share with you a very special email that I got because I think it's going to be helpful to tens of thousands of other people out there that are just beginning the same thing. So I got permission to use this email, and I changed the names of the people to save their identities. But basically, here's what the gist of it is. Jill wrote in, and her husband's name is Eric. This is our reference couple. And Jill said, we're having a sexual problem in our relationship. She doesn't feel like having sex that much anymore. And Eric really wants to. He's getting kind of demanding about it. And so they're having this conflict. They're having this problem. And so I dug in a little bit deeper because there's rarely a sexual problem in a relationship, in a marriage. It's rarely a sexual problem. It's almost always a relationship problem. And so I dug into it a little bit more with her, and come to find out that Eric has been having a lot of emotional outbursts. And they happen fairly frequently, about once a week. It happens. And this has been going on for a long period of time. And so Jill is no longer in romantic love with Eric. In fact, she's right down there in that friendship zone. And, when you're in that zone, people aren't feeling like having sexual fulfillment. And so Eric began to kind of pressure her, and she would kind of cave into the pressure, and she kind of felt like it was her, marital duty to have sexual fulfillment with Eric. And all this giving in but not wanting to is slowly developing an aversion reaction in Jill. And so what that means is that if she develops a full aversion, she will not want to have sex at all whatsoever. In fact, just the mere thought of it will make her just feel sick to her stomach. She won't want nothing to do with it. And so it's very, very important that Jill stops right now before it develops a complete aversion. And it's really important to understand how these things happen. You see, if the relationship is not doing well and they're not in romantic love, then the reason why most women want to have sexual fulfillment won't be there. See, most women want to have sexual fulfillment as an outward expression of what's taking place in their heart. Men are a little bit different. Men, they don't have to have that same outward expression. They can have sex just for enjoyment or just for fun, and it's not really all that relationship dependent in most cases. And so what's really, really important, here's where we're going to start off with, is to understand that in our home DVD study course, we teach you how to keep your relationship in a place where you are in romantic love. We teach you how to create that romantic love. And it's step-by-step action steps. And then once you do it, you're going to recreate romantic love. And if you continue doing those action steps, you will sustain romantic love. And then Jill's reason, her desire, her motivation for having sexual fulfillment will be there, and she will want to do it. Now, I want to touch on this thing that Eric is struggling with, this emotional outburst. You see, I dug in a little bit deeper to that, and it's not just over sexual fulfillment. When Eric gets frustrated in general, he has these emotional outbursts. Not all that long ago, Eric was frustrated because Jill didn't clean the pool, and Eric went over and picked Jill up and threw her in the pool. And this wasn't exactly a playful act either. And so these kinds of emotional outbursts just don't work in marriage. It's called a love unwinder. And love unwinders quickly destroy romantic love. We cover love unwinders in our home DVD study course so that you know all about them, what they are, how they work. And you see, if you're not doing love raisers because you've never gotten this kind of training, because you don't understand these things, and if you are doing love unwinders, again, because you've never gotten this kind of training, now you're not doing love unwinders, you're not doing love raisers, you are doing love unwinders. What's happening is you're very quickly destroying romantic love. And mostly it's just because we don't understand that's what's happening. Most people have never gotten this kind of training. Most people are not bad people. They just have never learned these kinds of things. And so now, my advice to Jill is don't just give in to having sex, because you will develop an all-out aversion. You need to focus on learning these things, focus on developing a very passionate relationship, a passionate marriage, so that your reasons for wanting to have sexual fulfillment will be restored, will be renewed. Now I shift my attention over to Eric and these emotional outbursts, or these episodes of anger. It's really important for Eric and everybody out there to understand that when you get angry, you're having an emotional reaction to a circumstance. And you are responsible for your reaction. Now, some people say, oh, no, I'm not. No. My wife makes me angry. It's not my fault. It's not my responsibility. She makes me angry. And I say, okay, well, hold on a second here. Let's examine this a little bit. In the case of Eric, because I already know the answer, but have you ever torn a curtain off the wall because it didn't open smoothly for you? Have you ever destroyed an inanimate object? Have you ever, punched a hole in the wall because the door wasn't opening for you? Have you ever, tried to work the drapery and it wasn't going, so you tore it down? And just a complete inanimate object. And people that struggle, that really struggle with emotional outbursts, typically the answer is yes. So here's the thing. Are you telling me that an inanimate object is responsible for your reaction? Now it starts to click. Now it starts to make sense. Yeah, I guess I am responsible for my own emotional reaction. I mean, an inanimate object can't make me do anything. It's just an object. So it is my reaction. And as soon as we take responsible for our own reactions, then the next step is to understand that you can control your emotional reactions. So Eric, I would highly recommend that you and anybody else watching this video, if you struggle with emotional outbursts, if you struggle with anger, if you struggle with these high anxiety kinds of things, I would encourage you to go get a really good anger management program. There's a lot of really good ones out there, and they will help you to develop that skill of controlling your emotional reactions. And by the way, once you learn how to control your anger reactions, you'll be able to control a lot of anxiety and frustration, so many other things. It will really, really change your life for the positive. It really does miracles. And I just really want to share this with everybody, because I know that there are tens of thousands of people out there that are just beginning on this same cycle that Eric and Jill are on. And you probably don't see it as that big of a problem yet, but you're not to the point yet where it's almost costing the marriage. So that's why sharing this can help people. If you see yourself on the beginning of the cycle, you can stop and you can take corrective action. You can learn about romantic love, how it's created, how it's sustained, so that you can sustain it in your marriage. Now, Eric and many others would say, but wait a minute. Jill was supposed to clean the pool. She didn't do it. So if I can't have an emotional reaction, how am I ever going to get the things done that need to be done? She was supposed to do it. That's a great question. And you can get things done, but you do not have to use the tool of an emotional outburst. Our marital negotiation guide will show you how to do it, and it'll help you to develop the skill set. You see, there's a lot of outcomes that could have happened from the pool cleaning instance. You could have decided that maybe Eric, you're going to do it yourself for that one day. Maybe you would decide to hire a pool cleaning company. Maybe you would help Jill with another task that she has to do so that she could attend to the pool. I mean, there are many, many, many possible outcomes. And this course will show you how to resolve all of your conflicts. And the process of resolving them will be peaceful, it'll be calm, it'll be enjoyable, you'll develop greater intimacy into each other, you'll understand each other's feelings more, you'll kind of jive and have greater chemistry as you're going through it, and then the outcome that you guys finally come to will be something that you can both live with. We call it the policy of, well, it's marital negotiation, the policy of mutual agreement. You're going to learn how to resolve all your conflicts in a very calm, peaceful way, and the outcome you guys will be in mutual agreement with. So you don't have to give up getting things done. You don't have to just give, okay, well, I guess the pool will never be cleaned ever again, or I'll just have to do it myself. No, 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 no. No, no, no. You don't have to have an emotional outburst. You don't have to have anger. If you have the skill set of how to resolve your conflicts, how to work things out, how to negotiate with your spouse in a way that sustains romantic love. Now, I've used this word romantic love a few times in this video. You might be wondering, okay, the email was about sexual fulfillment, the email was about anger, why are you bringing romantic love into all this? Here's the reason why. The reason people get married in the first place is because they're in love with each other. Love, emotional love, is such a powerful motivator. It motivates your wife, it motivates Jill to want to have sexual fulfillment with you. Not just be willing to, but actually want to, actually desire it. When you're in romantic love, it makes your marriage rich and full. It's the reason why you get married in the first place. It makes negotiating so much easier when you're in love with your spouse. It makes meeting your spouse's intimate emotional needs not only something that you're willing to do, but you desire to do that. You desire to do that. That's why romantic love is so powerful. We teach you how to sustain romantic love in this course here. So friends, I just want to really ask you this. Do you see your own marriage at the beginning of this sort of cycle? Do you see your own marriage lacking in romantic love? Do you see your own style when you're talking with your spouse and things aren't getting done? Do you handle that with getting angry or just capitulating and just giving in? Or do you guys resolve conflict in a way that's peaceful, calm, enjoyable, that helps you to see each other's point of view and actually feel where each other is coming from? So if you have any need in this area at all, I'd be happy to help you out. That's why we call it Marriage Partners Ministries. You see, I want to partner with you. Before you have major problems, I want to partner with you to have a passionate marriage that lasts a lifetime. Please respond to this video with your questions. Please respond. Please share it with your friends because it will help other people. And remember that what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. Thank you.